So I wonder if he used the ACOS to be able to get around, potentially putting up the double pick that he wants to be able to put into motion. As we can have a look at WBG Spider now going head-to-head against J-Team's PST. Neither of these players able to get their hands on Firefly. Spider able to get his hands on a parry, though, with that spear, which immediately confirms into the Nezhas. It's so costly, but the reward pays out in full. And PST just goes down without having found any of the armor to be able to survive the onslaught of that Nezha's confirmation. Like putting himself onto the ceiling will be able to find that scale rush translation as a result. F coming out too to get that damage buff. And he's gonna go look for Sha to come into that grapple launcher combination. Sha moving away, sees that he's just going too low. Wants to reposition, potentially pick up some better loot in the area, but Mike is going to continue to apply this pressure. We're going to see the grapple bump yet again into Mike following through. Sha trying to just hold in as long as he possibly can with that fan to avoid getting staggered out of this. Mike getting caught in the air does take a couple of those horizontal hits coming on through, enough that he actually forces to try to reposition himself away from taking this 1v1 and kite the fight to a better position, especially since that Shea ultimate now comes into play. That little marker above Mike's head means that he's going up against the V2, and Sha can teleport directly to his position, and that's exactly what Sha does. Mike, unfortunately, is not able to take advantage of the reset opportunity as a result, and Sha can continue to apply this pressure. Mike with the F read is able to catch on to Sha before anything like that fan RMB can come through and scoop him back, finds a great armor reset as well as a full repot, and actually lives through the Sheol ultimate. And as a result, we see the Sheol kite over to the no-ult zone so that Mike doesn't get to use his once the fight picks up yet again, as ding ding the bell goes, and round two, off we come. Mike getting put into the grapple bump. Sha not able to follow up any of the damage once the armor has been broken. However, picks himself up a purple Hong Sword and will be able to scale rush away, utilizing the red flash to make sure that Sha doesn't get a good opening engagement onto that fight, as Mike is able to find the grapple bump into the charged RMB follow through, and Sha goes down. Finally, Mike sees the fight through.
Not Mike always knowing where the armor swap is. Say it isn't so. EWG's Arano here getting it picked up and sent off the side here by XCG's Wang Liang. Arano here trying it to utilize the space here just to break away from this fight. AS potentially looking to move on to Wang Liang. There it is. The fight going to break up between these two. A huge scale rush coming in from Wang Liang. AS going to be forced to use the F there and not find too much value out of his. Wang Liang is able to instantly pressure back into the fight. Going to tap dodge the ultimate as well. The F comes out, the cleanup, and Arano waiting in the wings, knows the F is down and their time is here, but the ult is going to come up from Wang Liang. Wang Liang looking to come in. The teleport will happen. We will see the F invested on the side of EWG's Arano. Arano just trying to play around this ultimate. Will find the tap dodge this time here from the teleport. Wang Liang looking to get a heal off here as Arano backs away. Arano looking to find one as well, but the grapple going to come in, cancel it out. Wang Liang with this staff putting in work here. Wang Liang favoring the staff all day today, continues to look for them as we move forward here onto Warasile. The ultimate gonna come through from Arano, actually makes it onto Wang Liang. Wang Liang can't get the interact because of where it's sitting on the side of the cliff. The 5-head play coming in from Arano, but Arano gonna walk into the staff. They just need to find control of neutral one more time. The F comes out. Will they fight it? A single tick, and there it is. The clank is gonna give the win to EWG's Arano, who walks away with the elimination on to XCG's Wang Liang.
Oh, what a Tesla ultimate. Like you said, that positioning just making it so awkward for the Sheol to be able to not just dodge it, because it actually comes out when he's mid-air, so that he can't tap dodge through, and as a result isn't able to interact afterwards. And now we see XXY Justina V2 and parry connection onto PST. Horizontal into grapple bump is going to be interrupted now with the Tesla F. The combo breaker has been utilized. XXY wants to continue applying this pressure. As a result, he knows that it's going to be on cooldown. The ultimate comes on out from PST, finds the connection onto the Justina. That's one dash invested. He finds the freeze, has to turn around and use it though to interact with the soul urn, as we're going to see the shadow step feints start to come out and play absolute mind games with both of these players. PST getting that F to cycle back into motion. Yet again, throws out the other ultimate. This around XXY is ready and anticipates being able to dodge around it. Another shadow feint comes out from PST. The parry now coming on through as well, forcing that free shell from the Justina. XXY fakes the skill rush before turning back onto PST, who didn't think that he was going to have to immediately take the fight once more.
Oh my goodness, you love to see the baits coming out in these games so many times today. Mike, PST, all of these players, and here we are yet again. Mike versus our boy Panda Man, aka CDY here from Team Wolves. Wolves with a very clean execution off of the scale rush. The F invested here by Mike is going to get that damage reduction and is able to get out of the combo by CDY. CDY immediately breaking away. There we go. We're going to see the dragon coming out here from CDY, looking for an opportunity. Needs to be careful though. Mike is going to go airborne. Can we see CDY go all the way with the infinite? He's in the zone. Will he make it happen, ladies and gentlemen? And we see it. Panda Man lands the infinite in game number 4, day 1, 2024 Spring Split.
Oh, you love to see it. First game of Taka. And of course, the first infinite of 2024 comes from none other than our resident Taka main himself. He may not be called Panda Man now, but he still has the panda hat. As we can see, Mike actually, I believe, getting a kill onto Frostivus with this one. Grapple bump, grapple bump, grapple bump. Oh my goodness. I didn't even know that you could air grapple bump.
It's because of the terrain there. It's because of the terrain there, Moxie. Because of the downhill terrain, you can actually just continue to extend that all the way down the downhill.
Makes sense why he finishes with the charged R&B then, because the terrain slope ran out. That's so unfortunate for Frostivus, but I mean, it's so just in the character of Mike. Every single time we see Mike taking those grapple bumps, if it's not just one to finish off a fight immediately, it's always the extended one in the terrains where he's starting at the top of stairs and taking them too low. You don't get that terrain advantage on a Realm of Yang, however. All of this is flat. JLZ is still going to be missing a huge chunk of armor because of those dual blades, however. Was able to land one R&B onto Mike and shred some armor as a result, but Mike again is able to get the grapple bump into follow through. He has been so on point with being able to find the connection onto those, and it just feels like every single time he finds it, it always translates into a kill.
Yeah, we're going to see here WBG Spider in the other Realm of Yang going up against EWG Zerano. And Spider, we all know this, ladies and gentlemen, but WBG Spider just built different, makes the Realm of Yang look easy. He's going to get the upgrade that he desperately wants there. He's going to be able to pick up that Vermilion Bird's Might as well. And is going to take that Purple Greatsword as well. Likely going to head to a shop and go ahead and change that over to a pole sword. Fairly good weapon for Sheol, but he's got the legendary staff in the back pocket as well. Absolutely huge for him if he's able to land into that RMB and then convert into that purple pole sword for the extra damage there. We see exactly what WBG Spider's thinking here. Here we go. The rematch yet again between Panda Man and OUG's Mike. Panda Man there, oh my god, with the jabbing though, needs to be real careful. The third party coming through, so he can't commit to the infinite, but will commit to the ultimate because Mike goes extremely low and he doesn't need an infinite here to clutch this out. He just needs to find a couple of hits. The armor swap is going to come through. Panda Man though gonna eat the Tesla ultimate, but goes high, so nobody can really convert too much off of it. Mike tries to get the leap there, not able to find it, and Panda Man will find another elimination onto OUG's Mike, but Mike has the Vermilion's Bird Might, will be able to come back. He is going to convert another kill. Welsh Panda Man CDY picks up his 5th elimination of the game, and we're not even in zone 3 yet, Moxie.
Okay, this pun is low-hanging fruit, but it has to be said, Panda Man is on absolute fire right now. Like, absolute fire. He's been able to kill Mike twice. Mike did have the Million Birds Might because of that win inside Realm of Yang, so he's not out of this lobby, but CDY gets to continue holding on to his for an extra 109 seconds, which when you're Taco is absolutely huge, especially once you utilize that ultimate to its full duration to be able to lock down those kills and keep the pressure up onto Mike. Arana now with that Tesla ultimate turns the pressure off of him and back onto these other players in the area. Spider trying to fight on those buttery cliffs, looking to lock down some of these players in those slide animations. Arana having to commit the pole sword because of that Sheol teleport marker above his head. Spider in trouble in the 3rd place position at the moment in between both of these players. Does manage to get the Soul Bloom heal off of Arano's body, and as a result is able to back away and survive when Shark continues to try and take that fight. XXY, unfortunately, also having to continue a fight here at the moment inside Eventide, as he is under that Yang depletion. He needs to find a kill onto CDY, who is more than happy to continue to take this one. The V2 from that Delcina connects onto the Taka, but he just doesn't have any damage follow-up to be able to land into the kill. He goes aerial against CDY, who gets to utilize all of the spacing to absolutely mince XXY's health. CDY just acts as an absolute frying pan with that Taka ultimate below him, and XXY gets cooked.
Remember how I said the aggression in game 2 was going to have nothing on these next 3 games? We're 6 players left alive with 16 minutes left to go, Moxie, as we head into the Realm of Yang replay here to see how CDY was able to go ahead and capitalize on XXY the first time inside the Realm of Yang here on Tarka, looking to find a way in here off these dual blades. Goes for the scale rush, is going to get the clank yet again, looks for the charge left click, doesn't quite find it, is going to go for it again. XXY expertly dodging both of those. When he finally gets caught out, is going to use that freeze form. The ult popping here is going to find some damage here onto CDY, but CDY more than confident to head around the backside of the pillar here, baits out, cancels the pot, knowing that XXY is going to look for that freeze yet again. The ultimate online available for CDY here has got the charge blue into the white. It's all he needs. Now he just needs to pop the ult in the face and kills them with the raw dragon, as we see CDY come out on top inside that Realm of Yang.
CDY looking absolutely monstrous in this lobby at the moment. Spider also able to find a kill onto EWG's Arano inside that replay. Now hounding down onto GG Shah, who has the bounty above their head. Sheol versus Sheol, grapple bump into it. Spider goes, oh no, the terrain is making it so much harder for Spider to recover. Shah's trying to kite him where the cliff keeps going, and because of it, Spider goes down.
The BM for Shah there to play out the sword sheathing animation there on the hang sword as he stands over Spider's body to cinematic. Love it. Shah.
Hung sword has the best animations in the game. Like the parry animation for Hung sword is just, it's so good. It's so clean, and it makes me so sad that the way that you min-max a successful parry is grapple kicking the full parry animation, which means that we're never going to get to see it play out in full.
Oh my goodness, what a game. 5 players left remaining, left alive, 14 minutes on the clock, and like I said, the aggression going to be on a different level here on these Firefly maps on Morris Isle. You know, Morris Isle has been around for almost 2 years before our new map comes through, so these players are going to be much more intimate with this map no matter what. They just have had so much more time to master this map all the way, so players really going to hit their comfort stride inside Morris Isle here, not to mention it being a Firefly map to up the aggression as well as we head into the next Realm of Yang here. Jux versus OUG's Mike.
Jux with the fan, Mike with the nunchucks, trying to find an opening at the moment. Neither popping their ultimate. Now we see the ACOS come in through. Jux is going to utilize that shield and the F to just try and play around. Mike will be able to shield one Tiger Pounce. Now going aerial, getting that TP to try and backstab. Wanted to utilize the spacing to try and catch Mike unawares, isn't able to find it. However, might be able to come in with the R&B, but he's potentially getting locked down. The uppercut, not quite finding the connection onto the ACOS. 32 seconds left. The Shea ultimate now gone. So too, however, has been the ACOS ultimate. Jux coming with such a good read onto Mike's positioning. Will be able to follow him before he's able to utilize those pillars and Scarish. This is Shell making his way back to Spider's body, I do believe. This is where Spider went down thanks to that terrain grapple infinite. And Shah, unfortunately, having lost that Realm of Yang, has to try and backtrack and figure out where exactly that Soul Bloom was. Yep, there it is. So, thank you, Spider. Shah now has an in, back in, because even though that was second Realm of Yang we're in, we only have, I believe, 5 players in the lobby. One still visiting Soul Altar. I'm pretty sure I saw 5 players alive when those Soul Altars started spawning through. And if you don't have that insurance card or the Soul Bloom stashed, it is going to be, yeah, there we go, there's that 5th. It's going to be so hard to actually find a recovery. The question is, does Mike have a body? Yes, Mike does have a body. He also uses a Soul Altar out into that zone. Backtracks to it, picks up the bloom and immediately cleanses that effect. And that's the reason why we saw those players decide to actually take the risk and go inside the realm of Yang, as we're going to see here. Now, GG Sha lost to Wolves CDY. Staff coming on through from the Taka, just threatening the space. Oh my goodness, what a parry to come on out from CDY, and immediately backtracks, picks that weapon up, the jabbing on the staff as well, looking to deal that last little bit of health that's available. But no, it's the pistol swap that comes on through. The CDY that's able to finally be the nail in that Shale's coffin. CDY also picking up that White Tigers to be able to try and keep this aggressive play. And honestly, I'm really happy to see this on a Taka, because you just want to be able to heal through all of the aggression that comes out, right? If you take a fight 1v1 and your ultimate runs out, Taka loses a lot of his ferocity in terms of those matchups. And especially if you're expecting more Shayos to be on the field, it is imperative that you have the health to be able to sustain through these fights.
Yeah, we also need to talk about the fact that this lobby is playing out perfectly for Panaman because of the level of aggression that's here. There's 11 minutes left. As Tarka, you want to be able to take 1v1 fights in as much of a vacuum as humanly possible. You don't want to end up being on the end of a third party. We're going to see, oh my god, he picks up that kill out from underneath Mike. Yet again, Wolves going to 8 here, able to get away, is going to burn the ultimate. And again, this is what we're talking about here. This is such a good lobby for our boy Pandaman, aka CDY here from Team Wolves, to utilize this Tarka, because there's so few players left remaining in the lobby. It's very easy for him to either find that third party potential or take those comfort 1v1s that Tarka really wants to have without interference from other players. Mike here on the back foot, 33% of his ultimate, needs to rest it out while he waits for these buffs to run away. We're going to see, yeah, TE's Jux coming up looking to take the fight on to CYD here from Team Wolves. And again, those buffs still on CYD and Jux. So both of these other players really need to be careful while they wait for that 14 seconds to count down. We're going to see Jux take a couple of pistol shots here. And that's exactly what we see happening here. Sha trying to range both players away as he waits for those buffs to go away. And of course, OUG's Mike sitting in the bush on the backside there, able to break that line of sight as he waits for those buffs to go away so he doesn't have to take a fight at a huge disadvantage. As we cut back here to Sha going into WBG Spider-Man. And again, it's the downhill, and you know, Spider just takes his headshot off. He knows once he's in that position on that terrain, as long as Sha doesn't drop it, there's nothing he can do. It's so unfortunate, but this is a level of skill, right? A lot of people talk about, like, you know, the infinites coming in and maybe we should remove infinites from the game and stuff, but you have to set yourself up on that very specific terrain to make that infinite interaction happen. And it's not effective. It's not massive damage coming out over time. So if you're in a slower lobby than this lobby, you're risking that risk of third party coming through and just sniping the kill out from underneath of you, and then potentially coming in on you. CYD coming in, speaking of the third party, onto OUG's Mike, putting in some value on the damage. Mike not finding the hit there off of the F. We'll get the damage reduction for a second, but not too long. It's forced to go down and burn yet another pot to get healed back up here as all these players wait for the Moore's Blessing to come in. CDY here, one of those players in the past who has risked it all to pick up that set of gold armor. Moving into phase 4 here, we're going to see the Bane just on the edge of the box here as well, and it looks like CDY, learning from his mistakes, wants to take the one here that he has with Mike while these other two players fight over this forest. Jux is going to pick it up here as we cut back to Mike and CDY.
Yeah, Jux was just able to get it with the grapple cancel onto the other player before he could convert. Taka ultimate now coming on through, Mike having to be incredibly careful that he doesn't go aerial. Mike with the Akos ultimate looking to chase CDY, run directly into the Bones Breath. He manages to utilize the Taka mobility to run past the other, but unfortunately he is incredibly low. And Rin, we might have cast a curse. It was all coming up CDY, but it's all falling apart right now. That Taka just trying to make any movement that he can happen at the moment. Hasn't been able to find any sort of great armor reset either. He's being pressured by Jux. He's being chased by Mike. If this fight goes on for too long, he's going to be pressured by the other players in the lobby. Utilizing that elbow, will be able to get the read onto Mike in a little bit of spacing to come in with the RMB on that fan. If he can put Mike low enough, maybe Jux turns onto him instead. It's a wrist, and unfortunately it doesn't pay off. Mike finds the parry and is able to take him down finally, but now he's incredibly low. CDY might be bringing Mike to the grave alongside him, as this Akos does not have his ultimate just yet to be able to utilize to run away from Jux. He manages to find the armor reset, the gray armor, saving Mike, allowing him to disappear behind one of these buildings, get a Vitalia off as GG Shah hears the fighting, is drawn into position, wants to potentially look for that third party, and comes in with that charged RMB on the longsword. And Mike, all of the reset that he just had is immediately blitzed off his health bar. He's looking to distance himself from the fight and hopes that Shara is going to turn on to Jux. Will be able to backtrack into another building and pick himself up great armor. Has his plan worked out? No. Shah and Jux are still chasing after this Akos and not allowing him any downtime. The Akos F is having to be invested. Mike, with that fan, is able to utilize these skill rushes so closely together, back to back to back, to remove himself from this area as quickly as he possibly can. Out of sight, potentially out of mind. No, GG Shah is still hounding him down. The legendary longsword Mike has been able to kite his way on top of the Morris Blessing and pick up some of the scraps that were left behind. GG Shah looking to chase onto him, finds the connection on the drop down into the F2 we go. Bane's Ref is going to drop directly on top of them. GG Shah trying now to get out of the way before the Bane's Ref hits on through. Going to go into the ultimate charges of the Stone. The gods of turn against him. The Bane's Ref hits on top of the cliff and he goes down to a shot from Jux. The 1v1. Mike now on the vertical having to reposition. The F2 being interrupted by the Akos F1. The parry from Mike turned it around. The group of weapons iron into the jump rumble. It is not
Oh my goodness, and Mike is able to clean it up in the end, ladies and gentlemen.